Welcome to Access a Trader, the #1 community for those who are committed to taking control of their trading in order to achieve success, profitability, and longevity. Thank you for joining us. Here's Dan Shapiro to help you find your edge, master your process, and own your future.
Hey guys, good evening everybody. Welcome to another edition of the AccessATrader.com nightly wrap-up show. Hope everybody is doing well. Do me a favor, just take a second out of your time, just click a like, help the channel grow, and I, again, will continue to try to do my best and point you in the direction of common sense, right? Common sense and reality. So I got a couple of minutes. I got to break out a little bit early to get my kids. I got to take them to training. But again, look, how much do we have to, how much do we have to talk about how good the market's been? We know the market's been, right? Market's strong. Every group is kind of waking up. We'll get to the main one, which we discussed last night's video. It's very close, very close. We'll get to that in a second. But you can see here, we're at yearly highs right now on the QQQs. Even the speculation money that we talked about in the last couple of days, is it going to pause? Is it going to continue? Bitcoin, walking the fine line, looked like it was about to drop today, kind of recovered a little bit. Bitcoin right now hovering around the 96,000 area. The longer it stays here, the higher probability it's going to attack the 100,000 area once again, which is, again, really shows you that the sellers are comfortable at this level. And the longer it stays, it kind of does represent, whether it's the altcoins, whatever the case may be, the small cap stocks today, but it does represent speculation money. The question is, what happens in the real world, right? In the real world of general market leaders, industry groups that traditionally institutional money flow follows. And today we got our answer, right? Today we got our answer. It started off very slow. I mean, really slow. If you guys remember last night, you had some news hitting Tesla. The Delaware judge kind of reversed Elon's compensation package. And the question was, was this going to be a reason that the market is going to stall out a little bit, die a little bit, just kind of have a nothing day? And that's the way the day kind of started. Tesla was down basically like 5 points the whole day, and we'll get to individual names in a second. But it did nothing, right? It did absolutely nothing, and it looked like for the first part of the day, like for the first hour and a half in, there's just nothing going on, which was fine, which is absolutely fine. We've been getting such incredible aggressive action every single day that you figured, if we're going to get a slow day, kind of a mental detox day, I'm willing to do that, right? I'm willing to do that. And as you can see by the pivots, the early pivots, right? The early pivots, you really got that sense like there's nothing going on, right? There's nothing going on. This is why you play the game. So Google, again, right off the open, 172.07 needs to build. Again, only went up like 50, 60 cents, did absolutely nothing. I got long AMD, went up about like 50, 60 cents, came back in, did absolutely nothing. You're saying to yourself, okay, fine. Okay, the market's not going to do anything. Let's just chill. If something falls into our lap, something is going to fall into our lap. Well, slowly but surely, again, you don't need to trade a million different things, okay? The great part about trading mega cap technology space is you're literally waiting for that one green light. And the one green light came not on Macy's that never got to 17, not the DraftKings that it never got to 44.50. Apple did confirm. I didn't trade any Apple today, but Apple did confirm. Broke out yesterday above the 238 level. Today confirmed 240.80 for more upside. Here was Apple. Again, this is what happens when you're taking out multi-month channels. Here was the breakout above this 238 level yesterday, right? And today confirmed above this 237.80 and yada, yada, yada. Here we are, almost at 243. So huge 2-day move on Apple. Unfortunately, I didn't trade Apple. But here was the one that was really good. So yesterday, I caught a great trade on Meta yesterday. Great trade from like that 580 level all the way up to 594. It was awesome. Okay, so the trade today was, if Meta can get back above the 596 pre-market highs, maybe the stock goes, right? Maybe the stock continues to goes, and maybe you'll finally get to that 603 yearly highs. So what happened was the stock started breaking out a little bit. It went up to like 597, 598, not a big deal. Market was getting a little bit tired. So I went downstairs. I got some water. When I went downstairs, I got some water. It was around 597. I was downstairs for maybe 3 minutes, literally 3 minutes. In that 3 minutes, the stock went literally from 597, okay, to 603, which was the yearly highs, right? The yearly highs, okay? It was the yearly highs. So it takes out the yearly highs. I'm sitting there, I'm like, there's no way in hell I'm chasing a $7 candle. So then I watched this thing go all the way to like 608. And I'm like, wow, this sucks. I was literally downstairs for 3 minutes. So I missed the initial breakout in the stock, but just like pretty much every stock that breaks out, eventually it's going to come and backtest or retest the breakout. And that's where I got long. And it was great. It was amazing. So here was the 60-minute, right? Here's the 60-minute view. You see this 602 60s level, right? So we remounted the 603 level, and the stock just went absolutely bananas into the close. It's up, it's up near 614. 603 was the breakout. It came back in, retested that level, held, and just put up a $10, $11 candle into the close. I got a 10% little runner on Meta, but what really started the Meta boom today, right? And we always talk about this all the time, how the options market always dictates the underlying price. A buyer came in first for the 610 weeklies, and then another buyer came in for the 620 weeklies, and then another buyer came in for the 620 weeklies, and then one guy came in for, I believe it was the January, I forgot which one it was. It was like for the 1150 2-year leap calls, and that just absolutely sprung it out of control. So Meta, huge move. I mean, really, really huge move. Congratulations for all you guys who are still holding a runner. But guys, this is the big one, right? This is the big one here. This was the big one, okay? This could set the tone for the rest of the week. You see the semiconductors, right? We talked about this on last night's video. The 50-day moving average on the semiconductors is 249.20. Which basically means if the SMHs can reclaim back the 50-day moving average, right? We talked about this yesterday. If the SMHs can reclaim back the 50-day moving average, folks, these semiconductors are going to absolutely explode. Okay, that's it. There's no point of arguing with somebody on social media. This company sucks, that company sucks. If the SMHs get above and stay above and close above the 50-day moving average, especially confirming that 249.20 level, there's a high probability your favorite semi, my favorite semi, and everybody else's favorite semi, right? NVDA, which is Latin for whale's vagina. If it could reclaim the 10-day moving average tomorrow, folks, this thing could go. You see how many times it's gotten rejected off the 10-day moving average back-to-back days? If NVIDIA can reclaim back the 10-day moving average tomorrow, there's a moonshot, right? There's a moonshot first potential to roughly 143, and any close above 143, then you start filling in this whole gap here on this reversal of earnings. We saw very, very aggressive call buying come in for the 145 weeklies. This is when the stock was literally sitting there 138, 138 and a half, 139, literally the whole day. So this SMHs are definitely going to set the tone, what's potentially happening for tomorrow. And if we get that confirmation by the semiconductor ETF, man, these things are really going to go. So let me give you guys some ideas for tomorrow, and then I really, really got to run. But there's some great setups for tomorrow, okay? I love NVIDIA tomorrow. If it can reclaim back the 10-day moving average, that is super duper important. This is a very, very important line on NVIDIA. I love snow, right? I love snow. Look how slow. And again, doesn't necessarily need to confirm tomorrow, but look at snow, guys. If this thing can confirm its earnings highs, this thing could really, really erupt. Keep an eye on snow. Look at Spotify. right? Spotify is a perfect example of what happens when you confirm the earnings highs. That's why I'm so excited about a potential pivot on Snow. Spotify today confirmed its earnings highs, and this thing absolutely exploded. I'm definitely watching this thing for a potential follow through tomorrow. Microsoft exploded yesterday. Inside day today, all it needs to do is reclaim yesterday's channel. I still like DraftKings back-to-back days in November, back-to-back sessions in November that it got rejected off the top of the channel. Maybe tomorrow is finally the day. And last but not least, I'm going to give you a million different things. Let me give you two more. Coinbase. Keep an eye on Coinbase. I want to watch if it could confirm the November 25 channel, assuming it does that tomorrow. Again, got to be prepared for it nevertheless. And the last one, but not least, is Tesla. Through everything that happened, right, with some Cybertruck news, some Delaware reversal, judgment news, all it did was put in a very quiet session, retested back, and yada, yada, yada. We are still not that far away from the top of the range. Again, does it necessarily have to go tomorrow? No, absolutely not. Maybe go sideways for the next 2-3 days. But today was just a blip in the radar. Somebody got cheap prices onto rising daily support. And the most important part is it held serve. Guys, God bless everybody. Got to run. Hope everybody's doing well. And with God's help, I will see you all tomorrow. Take care.